Anyone who has grown up during the MTV generation is familiar with that form of cinema known as the music video, and we have one that is screening during the Myrtle Beach International Film Festival this year. It is a music video for the song called What If. Brady Brandwood is here to tell us all about it. He's the director. What is What If? What If is a song off of Julie Gribble's album of the same title, What If. And it is it's a song about relationships, about emotions and relationships, and it primarily deals with a lot of the insecurities we can all feel in a relationship, how relationships and the insecurities can sometimes make us a little crazy. It's a fun video. What are the challenges of making a music video as opposed to maybe any other kind of short film? Well, that's a good question, because I think, from the beginning of music videos, there really has been no format. So it's all a free-for-all. Julie's music tends to tell a story, though, and so I've tried, with the music videos I've done with her, I've tried to keep in that theme. In other words, tell a story with the visuals as well. Not that they follow the soundtrack precisely, but at least when someone watches the video, even if they turn the sound off, hopefully they will come away with a story, a beginning, a middle, and an end, and some drama in between there. How do you work that out between yourself and the music artist? Do you sit down with them and say, here's my vision, share with me your vision, let's work something out? Yeah, exactly, and that's one thing that I've enjoyed the most about working with Julie is she's given me a lot of creative freedom. In other words, she said, I want to do a music video, what do you have? And I'll listen to her the song over and over again, and things will come to me, and then I'll just say, look, what if we do this? And it's just been wonderful, because she's been so gung-ho about it. She's like, yes, I love it, let's go. And we'll take it from there, and we spend a few days planning, chatting back and forth, and a few days shooting, and a considerable amount more time editing, but at the end of it, it's something that we both saw. In other words, both of our visions combined, and it generally works out pretty well. There's no ego, there's no conflict between us as to what we will do, what we won't do. It just seems to flow very smoothly. So, if you're talking about just one song for a music video, you've only really got, what, 4 or 5 minutes? Yeah, exactly. How effectively can you tell a story in that amount of time? That's an excellent point. Some of the scenes will only be a second or a second and a half. So it's very important as a filmmaker to get your point across. It's almost like doing advertising, but there's no advertising, obviously, but you have just a few seconds to convey an emotion or get your point across to the audience, so that they understand immediately where you're going with it and what that means. Like, for instance, in the beginning of this music video, there's an opening montage, and there is a theme within that montage. There are power lines and scenes of a plane running down, taxiing down a runway, things like that, and it all ties into the story. One of her first lines in the song is, "What if you called me?" Obviously, the telephone lines, traveling, things like that. Immediately, you see that this couple has some distance between them, and those little clips, those little visual images sort of tell that story as well. What has been your experience in terms of filmmaking? Do you just do music videos, or do you other short films? No, I do some documentary work, some adventure documentaries where I hike quite a bit, so I'll throw a couple of cameras in a backpack and take those with me and document that experience. I also do a lot of stuff for a lot of broadcast work in sports. I'm out of the Charlotte area, so obviously we have NASCAR. It's a huge NASCAR hub, so I end up doing a lot of little feature pieces on NASCAR drivers, race teams, things like that. Some basketball, some football, but the stuff that I do for myself as a filmmaker that I enjoy happen to be the music videos like this one and the sort of free-form documentaries where there's no client, there's no
boss telling you it has to be this way. It's more, it's raw filmmaking, basically.
It's your art, in other words.
Exactly,
You can be an artist. So
exactly.
What's next for you? What's your next big project?
I'm doing something in a few weeks for the SEC, Southeastern Conference stuff, a few jobs with them. Like I said, Julie and I have a new video coming out as soon as we get past this run with this music video. She's got another one in the can that we will be releasing within just a few weeks. So just a variety of things. Yeah.
Well, the song is What If, the artist is Julie Gribble, and the director is Brady Brandwood. Thank you very much.